Coming up on the British TV watch list.
But the show just felt like it was like a Polaroid of your second favorite painting. Just not A-level for me.
From cozy mysteries to intense police procedurals, we talk about the characters, performances, series, and episodes from your favourite British TV shows.
Hi there, and welcome to the British TV watch list. It's Michael T. Today, we are talking about cozy mysteries. And if you're a fan of British television, you already know this is where the Brits absolutely dominate. Nobody does cozy mystery like the UK. Nobody. So, what makes a mystery cozy? Let's break it down. First, low-stakes violence. You get a murder, maybe two, but you're not watching graphic crime scenes or torture sequences. The body gets discovered, then we move on to the puzzle. Second, you get an investigator you actually like spending time with. These aren't tortured detectives with drinking problems and messy divorces. These are vicars and retirees and book club hosts solving crimes in villages where everybody knows everybody. Third, the setting matters. Cozy mysteries happen in beautiful places, coastal towns, country estates, charming villages with thatched roofs and flower boxes. You're solving murder, but you're also escaping to somewhere lovely. And fourth, there's comfort in the formula. Every episode follows a pattern. Crime happens, clues get discovered, red herrings pop up, the detective figures it out, justice gets served. You know how it ends. That's the point. Now, let me be clear. I'm not talking about gritty crime dramas here. Shows like Shetland and Vera are excellent, but they're not on this list. These are more procedural, and the mood is almost always dark. There's always a foreboding that encapsulates these two shows and others like them. We're staying on the lighter side today. So here are 10 cozy mysteries you need to watch. No particular order, just 10 shows that nail the formula. Father Brown. We start in Campbellford. Father Brown has been running since 2013. We're talking over 100 episodes, and it never gets old. Mark Williams plays Father Brown. You know him as Arthur Weasley from Harry Potter. Here, he's a Catholic priest in the Cotswolds village of Campbellford, solving murders with nothing but observation and moral clarity. Every episode is the same structure. Someone dies, the police blame the obvious suspect. Father Brown sees what everyone else missed. He confronts the killer, they confess, roll credits. It's predictable, it's formulaic, and it's absolutely perfect.
I couldn't help noticing that Marmaduke Snell referred to your works as horribly familiar. Did you perhaps study together at the Royal College of Art?
What viewers love about Father Brown, the charm, the humor. The fact that Father Brown never carries a weapon and never raises his voice. He just outthinks everyone in the room. What they don't love so much, sometimes the mysteries are almost too easy. You can spot the killer halfway through if you're paying attention. But here's why it works. You're not watching for shock value. You're watching because spending time in Campbellford with Father Brown feels like visiting an old friend. And his friends have become our friends too. Mrs. McCarthy, Lady Felicia, Bunty, and the rest. It's comfort television at its absolute best. This show streams on BritBox, and it's must-watch if you're new to cozy mysteries. Start right there. Midsummer Murders. This show has been running since 1997. We're talking over 140 episodes across 25 seasons. It's the granddaddy of British cozy mysteries. The show is set in the fictional county of Midsummer, a collection of picturesque villages where the murder rate is absolutely astronomical. Seriously, more people die in Midsummer than in actual war zones. John Nettles played DCI Tom Barnaby for the first 13 seasons. Then Neil Dudgeon took over as DCI John Barnaby, Tom's cousin. Both versions work beautifully. What viewers love, the absurdity. The over-the-top murders. Someone gets killed by a giant wheel of cheese. Another person dies in a crop circle. It's ridiculous, and the show knows it. What they don't love so much, the episodes are long, feature length, and sometimes the pacing drags. Although I think the longer length allows for more character and plot development. Midsummer Murders has been running for almost 30 years because it delivers exactly what cozy mystery fans want. Beautiful villages, eccentric characters, Baroque murders, and a reassuring detective who always solves the case. It's streaming on Acorn TV. Hey, here's an idea for you in 2026. Why not revamp the towels in your bathroom? Spruce it up a bit with a bath set from CozyEarth.com. They've got a fresh new color. I just saw it. It's called Tide. It's the color of that area of the water near the beach. A very light green with a hint of blue. Find it at CozyEarth.com. You'll also find some lower prices, some new items, and of course the new colors. Your purchase helps support this podcast. We'll get a commission and you get a 21% discount when you use our unique promo code when you check out. That's BTVW1. BTVW1 at CozyEarth.com. Next, Agatha Raisin. Ashley Jensen stars as Agatha Raisin, a London PR executive who retires early to the Cotswolds village of Carsley. She's abrasive, she's ambitious, she's nosy, and she cannot stop solving murders. This one is based on M.C. Beaton's books, and it leans into humor more than most cozy mysteries. Agatha is not a sweet little old lady. She's competitive and vain and sharp-tongued. But she's also smart and loyal and surprisingly vulnerable. The supporting cast is fantastic. You've got her on-again, off-again love interest, James Lacey, her best friends Roy and Gemma, and the local detective, Bill Wong, who reluctantly helps her even though she's constantly interfering with his cases. What viewers love is Agatha herself. She's flawed and funny and completely relatable. Plus, the Cotswolds locations are stunning. What they don't love so much, the mysteries can feel rushed. Some episodes cram too much plot into 45 minutes. Like I said earlier, longer lengths help with both of those. You'll find the show's 4 seasons streaming on Acorn TV. Murdoch Mysteries. This one is Canadian, but it has a devoted following and it fits the cozy mystery formula. It's been running since 2008, more than 280 episodes. Yannick Bisson plays Detective William Murdoch, a police detective in Toronto in the late 1800s and early 1900s, who solves crimes using forensic techniques that were cutting edge for the era. What viewers love? The period setting, turn-of-the-century Toronto, the historical details, the long-running character relationships that develop over multiple seasons. For me, Murdoch is not must-see. I watched a few episodes, I liked the cutting-edge science they employed, but the show just felt like it was like a Polaroid of your second favorite painting. Just not A-level for me. Though I do recognize it has a huge following. The Madame Blanc Mysteries. Sally Lindsay stars as Jean White, an antiques dealer from Manchester whose husband dies suddenly. She discovers he gambled away all their money. So she moves to the south of France to start over, and she starts solving murders. This show leans into wish fulfillment. Jean lives in a beautiful French town. She drives a vintage car. She drinks wine and eats pastries and solves crimes with her quirky group of expat friends. What viewers love is the setting. It's the south of France. Plus, Sally Lindsay is warm and funny and easy to root for. What they don't love so much, the show can feel a bit lightweight. The stakes are low even for a cozy mystery. And I gotta say, I'm not a fan of some of the supporting characters. But you know what? Sometimes lightweight is exactly what you need. You can find it on Acorn. Poirot. How about this one? David Suchet's Poirot ran from 1989 to 2013. 70 episodes adapting nearly every Agatha Christie Poirot story, and it's definitive. Suchet doesn't just play Hercule Poirot, he becomes him. That Belgian accent, the fastidious mannerisms, the perfectly waxed mustache, the brilliant little gray cells. This is the performance that defines the character. Suchet has said he loved playing Hercule Poirot.
You are a woman who is most sensitive. You are affected by the atmosphere, by the personalities that surround you. These are the inspirations for your brain that is so fertile. So tell to me, madam, when you first designed your murder hunt, did you intend for the body to be discovered in the boathouse?
The production values are stunning. Art Deco design, period costumes, gorgeous locations. Every episode looks like a film, and the mysteries are classic Christie. Locked Rooms, Country Estates, Orient Express Murders, all the great hits. What viewers love is David Suchet. He's perfect. The faithfulness to Christie's stories, the sheer elegance of the whole production. What they don't love so much, the later seasons get darker. Christie's final Poirot novels deal with death and mortality. It's not always cozy, though the TV show does make it so. But this is essential viewing for really any mystery fan. Suchet's Poirot is one of the great television performances, period. The show treats Christie's work with respect and intelligence. Poirot streams on BritBox, PBS Passport, and Prime Video. 70 episodes of the best detective fiction ever written, brought to life by one of the best actors ever to play a detective. You need to watch this one. The Brokenwood Mysteries. This one comes from New Zealand, and it's been quietly building a cult following since 2014. Neil Ray stars as Detective Senior Sergeant Mike Shepard. He's a country music-loving detective who gets transferred from big city Auckland to the fictional rural town of Brokenwood. Fern Sutherland plays Detective Kristen Sims, his by-the-book partner who's constantly frustrated by his laid-back approach. Every episode is feature-length. I'm talking 90 minutes, so you get deep dives into each case with plenty of time for red herrings and character development. What viewers seem to love, the quirky New Zealand humor, the chemistry between Mike and Kristen, Gina's adoration of Mike. The mysteries are genuinely clever with satisfying twists, and Frodo. Fans love the character. The show is charming. It's funny without being silly. The mysteries are well constructed, and Neil Ray is perfect as a casual detective who's smarter than he looks. This is streaming on Acorn TV, 11 seasons and more than 50 episodes. Now, Death in Paradise. This show has been running since 2011. It's a phenomenon, really, set on the fictional Caribbean island of Saint Marie. It follows British detectives solving impossible murders in paradise. The format is brilliant. A British detective gets sent to this tropical island. They hate the heat, they miss home, but they're brilliant at solving crimes. And they're assisted by the local police team who know the island inside and out. This show has had multiple lead detectives. Ben Miller started it, then Chris Marshall, Ardal O'Hanlon, and Ralph Little, and now Don Gillet. Each brings their own energy, but the formula stays the same. Viewers love the location. Saint Marie is gorgeous. The supporting cast is fantastic. The murders often involve impossible crimes and locked room mysteries that are genuinely fun to puzzle out. What they don't love so much, it's deeply formulaic, that's okay. Every episode hits the exact same beats. If you need variety, this might frustrate you. But that formula is also why it works. You know exactly what you're getting. A sunny island, a baffling murder, a brilliant detective, and a satisfying solution presented with all the suspects gathered in one room. It's comfort food television. Find it on BritBox. 15 seasons available. That's over 125 episodes of tropical murder mystery. If you want pure escapism and beautiful beach scenes, Death in Paradise delivers. Shakespeare and Hathaway, Private Investigators. Mark Benton and Joe Joyner star as Frank Hathaway and Lou Shakespeare, an oddball pair of private investigators in Stratford-upon-Avon. Frank is a disgraced police officer turned private detective. Lou is a hairdresser who becomes his partner after he helps her with a case. Together, they solve crimes in Shakespeare country. And yes, every episode title is a Shakespeare pun. What viewers love? The humor. The show is genuinely funny. The chemistry between Frank and Lou is delightful, and Stratford-upon-Avon is a gorgeous setting. What they don't love so much, the mysteries can be slight. This means more comedy than mystery. If you want complex plotting, look elsewhere. If you want something that makes you smile while you solve murders, this is your show. Miss Marple. So let's end with the queen of cozy mysteries, Agatha Christie's Miss Marple. And here's the truth. You cannot go wrong with an Agatha Christie adaptation. There have been multiple Miss Marple series over the decades. The ITV series starring Joan Hickson from 1984 to 1992 is considered definitive by purists, but the later adaptations starring Geraldine McEwen and Julia Mackenzie are absolutely excellent. McEwen took over in 2004. She brought warmth and a sharper edge to the character. Mackenzie followed in 2008, bringing a tad more energy to the role. Both versions modernized the character while staying true to Christie's vision. Miss Jane Marple is an elderly spinster living in the village of St. Mary Mead. She's observant, she's shrewd, and she understands human nature better than anyone. She solves murders by comparing them to village gossip and human behavior she's observed over decades. What viewers love is Christie's plotting is brilliant. The period settings are gorgeous, and Miss Marple herself is endlessly fascinating. She's underestimated by everyone, but she's always the smartest person in the room. What they don't love so much, some adaptations take liberties with Christie's stories. Purists don't always approve. But these shows deliver everything a cozy mystery should be. Beautiful English villages, clever murders, and a detective who solves crimes through observation and intelligence. The McEwen and Mackenzie versions are streaming on BritBox, and they're required viewing for any cozy mystery fan. Now, before we wrap up, let me give you some honorable mentions. These are solid shows, some excellent, that just barely missed the top 10. A long list here. Queens of Mystery, My Life is Murder, Sister Boniface Mysteries, The Marlowe Murder Club, The Magpie Murders, Rosemary and Thyme, Whitstable Pearl, Miss Scarlet, Frankie Drake Mysteries, Beyond Paradise, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, The Chelsea Detective, McDonald and Dodds, Professor T, Jonathan Creek, Hetty Winthorpe Investigates, Pie in the Sky, Lovejoy, Hamish Macbeth, The Dr. Blake Mysteries, Why Didn't They Ask Evans from 2022. No doubt you're wondering about a show or two. The one that feels wrong to not include is Grantchester. Long story short, in my research, Grantchester is considered more drama than cozy. It's definitely a favorite of mine, but you have to draw the line somewhere. So there you have it, 10 cozy mysteries that actually deliver. Start near the top and branch out from there. Let me know if I missed anything. I'm sure there's something. Before we go, I want to say hello to our listeners in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, Khartoum, Sudan, and Redditch near Birmingham, United Kingdom. We welcome everyone, no matter where you are around the world. And if you'd like to support this podcast, check out our Patreon site. Supporters get exclusive content every week. You can also support us by shopping at CozyEarth.com and use our promo code BTVW1 to get a 21% discount on your bedding, bath, and home goods. That's it for now. Thanks for listening to the British TV Watch List. Until next time, cheers.
The British TV Watch List is written and produced by Michael T. in Honolulu, Hawaii. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. All rights reserved. Copyright 2026. Michael T. Media.